Hi guys, good evening. Today, let us try to understand one of the most famous interview question, how to read the data from the Excel file, right? So for that, I have one Excel file which is having some data. So like first name, last name, email. So it is having some data inside that. So and the sheet name is requirements, right? So which is having the this data. So and also I have placed this Excel file in the data files package. So in the same project. So okay, so for that, so from here, we'll start writing the code to read the data from the Excel file. So whenever we are working with the Excel file, that too in read mode, so we have to create an object for the file input stream class. So file input stream file is equal to new file input stream. Okay, so which will be expecting the this file path as a parameter. Okay, so then we have to pass that. You go to that file and click on that, right click on that particular file and go to the properties, and you copy this particular file path. Okay, so then you have to pass that file path here. So you have to import this package from java.io. So then it is asking, so it is having some spelling mistake. So so it is showing from throws declaration. You just add it. Okay, so then we started reading or opening the file in the file in input stream mode, right? So then Excel has the hierarchy, right? First workbook, then sheet, so then rows, then columns. So now whenever we open the file, so first we have to move to the workbook, right? So for that we have a class in Apache POI called XSF workbook. Workbook equal to workbook equal to new XSF workbook. Okay, so this is an object which will be expecting this file input stream object reference as a parameter. So we have to pass that, and we have to import this package as well, XSF workbook. So this is also asking some throws declaration. We just add it. So now we move to the XSF workbook. So from workbook we can access, we can get the sheet name. Okay, so workbook dot get sheet. Of that name we have to pass. So my sheet name is requirements, right? Yes, we have to pass that requirement. So we have to hold this object, right? So for that XSF sheet one class is there, so that will end this one. Okay, so this also we have to import from the java dot Apache POI. Okay, from this sheet, so now we move to this particular sheet. So now we should start reading the data from each and every row and each and every cell. So now we are currently present in this sheet. Okay, so now I'll try to explain the logic in overall view. So we have to traverse from each and every row, one row, two row, three row, and fourth row. And if whenever we are in first row, we have to read the first cell, second cell, third cell. So in the then comes second row of first cell, second cell, third cell. So like that we have to go through it. So we have to write two for loops. One is for rows and one is for columns. Whenever it is first row, all the columns, second row, all the columns, third row, all the columns, fourth row, all the columns. So rows column is outer for loop, and columns column, for loop is for inner columns. Okay, first what is the condition? We have to get the total number of rows and total number of columns, right? So let us get first let us get this row count. Okay, so using this sheet uh, variable, we can get the last row number. Get last row number. So as it is returning the zero based index, so basically Excel will be considering this as the header as the first, and it will return last row number. It will return the one excluding the last row, it will return. So in order to include this row, we have to add plus one. Okay, so it will return the total number of rows. So then comes int column count. Okay, so this will be like sheet dot get row of 0 and dot get last cell number. So it is like, so sheet of get row of 0 of last cell number. So it is basically, it is getting the last cell number of this row. Okay, so that is the meaning of that one. So now we got the both the values. So last row number and last cell number, right? So let me try to print what is the values it is coming. So based on that we have to build a logic, right? We have to traverse from each and everything. So if these numbers are correct, so then obviously every rest of the things will remain. It will go correct. So basically, so I think the row count should be 4 and the column count should be 3. Okay. So now we have to write a for loop. So start writing the for loop. Int. So this is for the row column. I'll start with 0. So then I end the condition like row count. Okay. So then I plus plus. Okay. So then I'll write one inner for loop for the column count. Int j is equal to 0, j less than column count. Correct. Then j plus plus. Okay. So now we started writing it. So I'll store this in one kind of an object, two-dimensional array, so that whenever we want to return that, we can return that object. So object two-dimensional array of called data object of what should be the size of this object is same as this row count and column count. That's it. What is the length of this array? What is the size of this array? So to get that, so if I write this, so this will be fine. So now I'll store the values in that particular array. So now this is high and this is low, right? So now we have to get the each and every. So it is basically it will start from 0, right? 0 rows of 0 column value it will get in the first iteration. In the second iteration, 0 row of first column, 0 row of third column. So then it will increment the row by 1. So then first row of 0, first row of 1, first row of 2. So then it will increment second row of 0 column, second row of first column, second row of third column. It should be like that. It will be like that. So then what is the values? So we have to get that. Sheet dot get row of I and dot get cell of j, and you just convert that into two string format. Okay. So then I'll just try to print it. That's it, guys. So that's it. So the same whatever the variable is there here, I'll just try to print it. Okay. Okay, fine, guys. Let me execute how it is going to perform. We'll see that. So it is basically, yeah, it started printing that. Okay. So now just for formatting purpose, I'll remove this println and I'll add one println statement here. I'll not print anything. So let me execute. Yeah, guys, I think I hope we can see all the values which are present in the Excel. It started reading. So whenever we want to return this object, so we can just return this. If I want read from some other methods, so you can just return this one, and also you change this method. That's it. Okay. So you can do that as well. So or else from here also you can return. So this return data. So here you should change the, that's it. Whenever you call this method, so it will return this kind of an object. Okay. So I don't want to do that one. So for now it is fine. So that's all, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please hit the like button, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.